Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Vordr, Clan of the Owl. This is another faction DLC that you can purchase for Northgard. You will need the core game Northgard in order to play this game. This is a quick overview video on this new clan that just released, and I have the screen already pulled up. On the very top here you can see there's just 2 stars all the way across the board: difficulty to learn, development, military, and support. Subsisting through the ages, the secretive Norns of Vordr, I'm going to be butchering that, keep watch over all realms of Northgard and beyond, protectors of Yggdrasil. The sisters Skuld, Verdani, and Vordr use the power of this sacred tree to spread their knowledge inexorably across the land. On the right-hand side, you can see the clan details. Forests and other sources of wood provide lore instead. It is used to build and upgrade buildings. So wood is completely gone for this faction. That's one less resource that you have to manage. That seems to be fairly interesting. I'm really curious to see how that plays out. The seed of Yggdrasil on your main zone, and we'll see what that is in a little bit, can train up to 3 Norns to explore, build relationships, and produce lore on neutral mystic buildings. Knowledges are unlocked through a unique tree and built as branches of Yggdrasil you can place in an ally or even neutral territory. Knowledges in their territory benefit the clans you have favorable relationships with. You can choose Skuld, Verdandi, or Vordr as war chief. The clan can achieve the unique Realms Unleashed victory instead of a Wisdom victory. And deer and fish do not provide food, but they provide happiness instead. As a fame bonus, you can, at 200 fame, can explore and place branches of Yggdrasil in enemy territory. When a clan has favorable relations with you, shared knowledge grants you 2 times more lore. And then Pillars of Wisdom at 500 fame. Zones can contain an additional branch of Yggdrasil. Owl knowledges can be placed twice. Better relations with a clan make owl knowledges in their territory stronger. And then down below there's a relic, and that is the Realm of Merkvor. Yeah. Upgraded zones grow a forest and attract deer and fish. They provide more happiness. Upgrading a zone now costs 50 lore. And then down here, clan special features. There's Skuld. Skuld is the youngest and the most fearsome of the Norns. For each military knowledge unlocked, she gains plus 5% bonus attack power. Then Verdandi. Verdandi is the middle sister and protects Yggdrasil and her siblings. She boosts production in the zone by 5% per growth knowledge unlocked. Then you've got Vordr, the older sister. She uses her wisdom to lead the clan. She produces lore while inside her territory. There's a typo there. Her production increases by 1 for each wealth knowledge unlocked. You've got the Seed of Yggdrasil. Assign female villagers as Norns to explore new lands and build relationships with clans and factions, and produce lore on mystical buildings in neutral territory. And then Norns. They cannot get hurt when exploring. They can open ruins and shipwrecks, or produce lore on mystic buildings in neutral territory. Assigned to a clan town hall or a neutral faction building, each Norn improves the relation by 20. So branch of Yggdrasil, they contain knowledge impacting the zone they're placed in or the clans they belong to. And lastly, Guardian of the Realms. The gigantic titan is the ultimate resort of Yggdrasil to protect the realms, help it reclaim enemy territories, and achieve victory for your world tree and your clan. So this seems to be a very lore-heavy, kind of like diplomatic-esque kind of clan. I'll be really curious to see how this plays out. Okay, so I've had some time to play around with this faction a little bit, and I wanted to highlight one of the biggest things that set this particular faction apart from the other ones I've played, and that is the lore tree. In the other factions, they go from left to right. In this one, you start off in the middle, and you branch outward. And the interesting thing about this faction is that you need lore to construct buildings and do other things, but you also need it for technology. So you're kind of having to choose constantly between building your economy and upgrading your technology. And I kept going back and forth. And one thing I don't like is that I'm constantly going below and then above, then below, then above the required amount because I'm spending lore in other places. So the amount of notifications on the left are insane. Like, it's just constant, oh, I have enough knowledge. Oh, now I don't. But now I have enough knowledge. Now I don't because I've been building other things in the meantime. So again, you start off in the middle here. For example, this ironwood progressively collects the ores in the zone for your clan or if a favorable clan owning the zone. So I've already used it, but so I don't think it's available anymore. But I was collecting iron from it. Because I'm paused, I guess I can't show you. Let's go ahead and unpause that. There it is. Okay. So yeah, I placed some branches all around the map, and they each do different things. It looks like the kobolds actually took over this land, but this one was, before all the iron was gone, it was just collecting all of the iron resources for me. So I didn't even need to own the zone. I put the branch here, and I got a steady supply of iron income. Unfortunately, now that the iron's gone, this branch is kind of useless right now. There are some other ones. Again, you can right-click to just automatically go to it. This one is create a fertile land in the zone and boosts productions by 10%. So I put that branch here, and then I was able to put a farm here when I wasn't able to before. So it's just the way you need food. This food and money is the biggest thing, and then again you're constantly juggling lore a bit. So there's that, and then there's other ones like you can put down a carved stone anywhere you want to. The interesting thing about this is that see if I can find one of them. There's those Norns. There we go. So I've got one spying over here on the enemy, and I've got one here just passively getting diplomacy from them to make them happy. Now, I think I'm max diplomacy, so I might actually switch gears and come over here and, yeah, the kobolds over here, I'll go ahead and just try and get my relations up with them. But there's also this offering well that you can build, and it just passively increases relationships in adjacent zones. So that's really cool. I love that. So this is just automatically going to keep getting stuff for me as well. So like there's a completely new style of playing with this particular faction, and I'm not by no means an expert at it, but it is fun to play. I'm really digging it. But I'm often like decision paralysis. What do I do next? What am I supposed to do next? That kind of thing. So yeah, some of the other I don't want to like bore you to death by reading off all the technologies, but I at least want to show you some of them so that you can get a feel of what you're in for should you pick this up. On the might side of the tech tree, your units no longer have reduced power during winter. That's typical. I've seen that before in other tech trees. This one is gain +3 happiness if you have Verdandi and +1 happiness per upgraded military camp. This one is Monster Slayer. Again, some of these we have seen before in other ones. And then the ones all the way to the right on the other tech trees, they're in the upper left, upper right, and very bottom middle here. This one is, I can put this down in my opponent's zone, and I gain, like, technology from them, which is kind of cool. I really like that. Oh, that was this one. No, it was that one. No, it was this one. Invasive fruits. When placed in another clan's territory, your clan has access to one of their unique knowledge. The targeted clan gains 15% of your clan lore production. That's the only downside to that. Tools improvements no longer cost iron. That's kind of cool. And then this one, Vordr strengthens the effective branches containing Al's knowledges in her zone. And if you hover over the lore section, you'll see like you can get lore from a lot of different places. You're going to have to really pay attention to this. And in other factions that I've played, I've been, I'll focus. I'll get some lore down. Yeah, I'll get some income, get some research income. Here, it's like, this is my bread. This is like my life force, okay? So I've been really like paying attention to where my lore is coming from. Again, Norns, there's 3 of them. There's that, I hate that I cannot move the camera while it's paused. Okay, so there's Norns, and you can assign 3 of them to this seed of Vordr, but only females. So if I assign her here, Yeah, now I'm in Norn. And Norns can, in neutral territory, if there are any, they can start getting, they can go to a lore stone and just start getting resources from that, the lore resource. I don't see any here anymore, but this is a very small map. But yeah, if there were any lore things available, lore stones, you could have a Norn go over there and do that and get that income for you. But once you gain the territory, then you can just totally get a worker and have them do that. I'm going to go ahead and convert her back. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool things in this particular expansion that is, it's unique. It's one of the more unique factions that I've had the pleasure of playing, and I look forward to checking it out more. I really want to explore this further and really understand the seeds and how to best put them out here so that I can make the most of this faction. That's what I'm struggling with right now. I'm still trying to figure that out, but I'm having a great time with it. Here's one of the three. Verdandi is the faction leader that I unlocked. You can choose one of the three. You're limited to choosing only one of them. And it looks like we're not going to get all of them on this run, but we will on the next one. All right, let's retreat. That's what we've got healers for. Anyway, so there you go, folks. That was a quick overview of this new clan. I do recommend it because it is very unique, but I have to stress it's going to take some getting used to. It's very lore heavy. Let's just put it that way. And but still, like, it's different enough to warrant a look because I love the idea of just putting these seeds everywhere. And you can only have one of these seeds per territory, which is interesting. So if I want to put something else down this growth, you'll note that everything in red, this zone already contains the maximum number of branches it can. This one won't have any effect on this zone. So, like, seeds are only beneficial in certain places. Seeds will, like, typically, it's more like, the seeds are more like diplomacy spreaders in a way, but they also grant you passive benefits as well. So definitely check this faction out. I'm really enjoying it so far. Well, this is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.